It's Dylan Coleman. It's Colin Best. They're at center stripe right now. Potosi works right to left. Central works left to right. We're just about to get underway in the Central Christmas Tournament Championship game, boys edition. The tip is eventually won to Park Hills Central. And over at the left wing, Central starting with the basketball, it's Connor Proffer. Proffer able to get past Chandler Franklin. Franklin lost his footing, but Franklin then picks his pocket coming in from behind. Central turns it over, and Potosi has the basketball, and they're in the front court with Chandler Franklin. Chandler is going to be guarded by Jake Bridges. He'll take it over to the left wing and hand it off there to Colby Eckhoff. So Central turned the ball over first. Potosi trying to take advantage of it right here. Luke Jacobson brings it back around the horn, throws it up top to Chandler Franklin. Over the left wing, Austin Cooley held without a field goal yesterday, but did score 5 critical points down the stretch for the Trojans. Over to Dylan Coleman, now over to the left wing. Chandler Franklin with it. Up top, they go to Jacobson. Over to the right wing, Colby Eckhoff. Eckhoff's going to drive on Proffer, pull-up jumper, baseline, splashed it home. Trojans get the first 2 points of the game.
Tough hoop, well guarded, and right even with the backboard right there.
17.3 points per game for Eckhoff on the year. Here's a nice pass down to the low block for Colin Best. Missed his first shot, got it back and put it in from point-blank range. Best is on the board.
Did not like what I saw from Coleman right there. Shied away from the contact. He's fearing foul trouble, but didn't muscle up defensively.
Well, you like what you see there on the offensive end. Runs it down the left side of the lane and floats it in over 2 defenders. Dylan Coleman scores for the first time. 4-2 Trojans. Here we go, back and forth. Braden Mannion right wing, up top and over to the left wing, and an in-rhythm 3 there, but it missed badly to the right from Connor Proffer. Rebound to Dylan Coleman in Potosi, and then a foul against the Park Hills Central Rebels. 6:25 on the clock in this first quarter. I think about meetings between these two, and they've had some good ones over the years, but one of the best ones was last year in the MAAA Tournament Championship game. Potosi came away victorious in that one, and that kind of set the stage for, Potosi's going to be one of these good teams here over the next couple of years, and here they are again.
It was a springboard.
Dylan Coleman takes the inbound, takes it right side of the lane, finger roll past his opponent, Mannion, but missed the shot. Rebound to Mannion, into the front court Central. Brandon Wagner opens up for the 3, got it to go. Rebels by 1, it's 5-4. Brandon Wagner, the leading scorer for Park Hills Central. He's been playing injured, and it's good to see that early shot fall for him. That might help his stroke for the remainder of this game. Dylan Coleman is stripped at the head of the circle. This by Brandon Wagner. And Potosi turns it over for the first time. They're on the move. A baseline drive. Jake Bridges. The kick out up top. It's stolen away by Luke Jacobson. He's going to run it against Braden Mannion on the other side. High off glass. Doesn't go. Coleman offensive board. Can't put it back. Got his own board again. Couldn't put it in, but got fouled. Coleman brings his 69 percentage to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Really like the matchup we're seeing with Dylan Coleman and Colin Best out there. You've got a dream team player of the year football player against a dream team player of the year basketball player. Now Coleman I know has the basketball chops, but that Best loves a challenge, and I think that's going to be a fun one to watch.
And Best was that caliber, although he actually didn't win the award this year, beat out by Connor Bosler, who statistically just had the monster year. But Dylan Coleman, he is the reigning Dream Team Basketball Player of the Year as a junior. Coleman, though, missed 2 free throws, and his start hasn't been the best so far today, but sometimes it takes him a little bit to get in rhythm. 5-4 is our score with Central on top, and they're actually the home team on the scoreboard. I said they'd be visiting earlier, but they are the home team on their home floor. Over to the right wing, and then up top, it's Jake Bridges. Bridges, head and shoulder fake, drives to the elbow, kicks out. Far side corner now. They'll go to Brandon Wagner with it. Wagner pumps, drives it in, floats it toward the basket, missed. Got his own rebound, brings it back out to the wing. Around the horn, far side, Bridges fakes left, drives middle of the lane, and a foul right there against Potosi.
It's almost like officiating a college game because it's so fast-moving. Both of these teams very athletic. They both flow very well. It's going to take the breath away from these officials. They're doing a nice job early.
First foul on Luke Jacobson. First foul against the Trojans. The throw-in comes all the way back far side of the floor from the baseline and toward half court with Connor Proffer. Proffer throws left wing. This is Braden Mannion with the basketball. Bounce past the far side corner. It's Brandon Wagner over the circle. It comes to the right side. Then a great behind-the-back pass over from Connor Proffer to Colin Best. He'll put it up and in and one. Colin Best, he is just so confident right now. That Farmington game was his springboard leading into this one.
Coleman couldn't believe the foul call because he's almost doing as best as he can to shy away from the contact and still got called for the foul. I think he should just go play.
4 points for Best and will not hit the free throw. Then a violation against Central anyway, so He'll stay on 4 points, and it's back to Potosi, but Trojans trail it by 3 in this 1 versus 2 matchup. Dylan Coleman inbounds to Chandler Franklin. He gives it back to Coleman, and Coleman runs point. Up the court he goes, into the front court, and got stripped of the basketball. And it's Colin Best who came out there on the perimeter and took it away. Gives off to Wagner in the front court. Wagner to Jake Bridges, and Bridges carried the basketball, and Central turns it over. 3 turnovers Central, 2 turnovers Potosi. How about Colin Best playing some defense? He knew he was going to be challenged in this game. He wanted to answer the bell, and so far he's doing pretty well. Colby Eckhoff working against the pressure of Central. Central going with a 4-guard lineup tonight, Chad. Wanting to put pressure on Potosi. Dylan Coleman takes it right down the middle of the lane and in space, showing what he can do. He lays it in.
So skilled, so skilled.
7-6 our score. Potosi down by 1. At the left wing, Central has it with Bridges. Right wing over to Proper. Proper tries to thread a needle down low to Best. Ball got knocked away. It's poked toward the backcourt and out of bounds. Last touch by Potosi, they say. Although I'm not sure how they figured it out. That was ping-balling around there.
And Chandler Franklin looked like he was diving in to steal second base. That was a terrific effort defensively.
Inbound to Jake Bridges. Bridges with his right wrist taped up. Crosses over, drives it in, kicks out left wing. Mannion open for 3. Off back iron, it's no good. Jacobson skies up there for the board. Luke Jacobson up the far side of the floor. Passes right wing Coleman. Coleman driving on Best. Blocking foul on Best. He wasn't quite set, although he tried to draw the charge. And it's a good foul call against him, his first team foul number 3.
I think if he's able to get Coleman in a paint, he can't jump with him, but he can definitely muscle him. That's, to me, going to be the hardest part, is if Coleman can get him outside to try to stay in front of him when he starts to drive.
Colby Eckhoff launches an inbound up to the top of the key. Cooley over to Coleman. Right elbow open for the jump shot. Got it. Coleman's so good at finishing around the basket, but he can get out there in space and he can shoot it. And it's the threat of that shot that makes him so good at also driving. Top of the key, Bridges drives it, kicks it. Rather, it's Mannion kicking to Bridges. He tries the 3. It's no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Off Potosi, stays to Central. You know, Coach Schweitz of the football team saying Bridges and Mannion are basically the same player on the football field. You could argue that as well in the basketball court. Same type of guys. I get them confused sometimes. It'll be Bridges to throw it in for Central. He'll lob it in all the way up top to Connor Proper. Central now trails by a point at 8-7. Trojans lead with 3:30 left to go in the first quarter. Proper takes it over to the right side, throws it up top back to Braden Mannion. Mannion's going to attack left side of the lane. Ball poked away by Austin Cooley. Cooley up the floor, tripped and fell with it. It'll be a travel. Each team trades turnovers again. 4 against Central, 3 against Potosi. It's back to the Rebels.
At halftime, we'll be joined by Josh Mapes, his team back-to-back tournament champions, so we'll get his thoughts on that.
Braden Mannion inbounding in the backcourt for Central with 3:19 on the clock in the first quarter. We get a whistle first, though. Braden's going to actually come out. Hunter Strange will check in and do that instead of him. Also, Drew Harlow is in the game. Hunter Strange throws it into Jake Bridges. Bridges clears it into the front court. The Rebels down by 1. Bridges steps to the left wing, pumps on the 3, and then hands it off to Connor Proper. Proper going against Chandler Franklin. Drives on him, shoots over the top of him, and banks it in. That's a great take by Proper. First 2 points of the game for Proper, coming off of a 10-point game against Farmington. 9-8, Central back in front. Chandler Franklin stops at the top of the circle, then backs it up, and then drives it left side, stops at the double team, throws it back up top, Dylan Coleman. Coleman, head fake, throws it over right wing. Luke Jacobson. Jacobson with 2:45 to play in the first. Gives it back up top to Austin Cooley. Cooley has it poked away and retrieves it. He'll put the ball on the floor. Throw it left wing for Colby Eckhoff. Eckhoff guarded tightly by Proper. He's going to drive past him, stop, then pass to the elbow. Left elbow, Cooley. Cooley lost it, got it back, and then traveled with it. Drug the pivot foot once he regained possession. 4 Trojan turnovers, gives it back to Central. Potosi sets up in their half-court defense. So you're seeing Central applying pressure on Potosi's guards. Potosi's going to set up in their half-court. Pass to the near side corner, Hunter Strange. Out to Brandon Wagner at the right wing. Dribble drive, kick out. Up top, Bridges. Bluffs the entry pass, then passes out left wing. Connor Proper, inside Strange. Back door, they go to Drew Harlow. Harlow gets shoved. It's a foul on Potosi. We'll see Austin Cooley pick up his first. Each team has committed 3. A good, exciting first quarter between these two, and we expect it to be that way throughout the full length of this game. 9-8, it's Central on top. A lob out to Hunter Strange in front of the Potosi bench. He hands it there to Jake Bridges. Bridges fires near side at the right baseline. Back out up top they go to Connor Proffer. Proffer backs it up towards center stripe. Luke Jacobson comes out there with him. At the left wing, Brandon Wagner gets the pass. He'll put the ball on the floor. Dream team golfer his freshman year, Brandon Wagner. He might be a basketball dream teamer at some point in his high school career. Wagner is going to try to kick out here. Colby Eckhoff knocked it away, but Proffer able to pick it back up. He will pick up his dribble and throw it up to the top of the key. This is to Brandon Wagner again. A little crossover, drive to the elbow, kick out left wing. Bridges drives and floats it in traffic. Can't get the roll. Dylan Coleman, a strong rebound there. He had to go up there and get it, but there was arms waving at that basketball. He took it away from all of them. Dylan Coleman into the front court. Little crossover move, throws it over right wing, over to the far side corner now. It's Chandler Franklin. Franklin doesn't score a lot, but he is the leading assist giver on this team. Here's Colby Eckhoff. He starts and stops and goes left side, but can't lay it in. Got his own rebound. He'll get fouled on his putback attempt. It's Colby Eckhoff to the charity stripe.
Good drive by Colby, and then ends up with the basketball on the other side after the miss. I really like the just almost infinitesimal head and shoulders fake. Just got the defense up and then rises up as they come down.
Colby Eckhoff stands at the free throw line and hits his first one. 73% free throw shooter this year for Colby. That'll give him 3 points. Potosi is a team that doesn't really spread out their scoring. The same 2 or 3 guys pretty much do the bulk of their work each and every night. And Dylan Coleman so far tonight, 6. Colby with 3, and that's it for Potosi. But we have a 9-9 tie with 1:08 to go in the first. Now for the lead, Eckhoff got it. And that puts Potosi at 2 of 4 from the stripe in the first quarter so far. Eckhoff 2 for 2, Coleman 0 for 2. 10-9 Trojans, left wing, front court action. Central, it's Bridges. Passes across right wing, Strange. Fakes it outside, then takes it to the rack. Floats it up and missed it. Drew Harlow with the board, and then a foul on Potosi. That's 2 on Jacobson. He's the first Trojan to pick up a couple of fouls, and Jordan Ketcherside's going to come in. I think you'll like what you see from Jordan Ketcherside defensively here. He gives guards fits. This inbound comes in. Lobs to Proffer. Proffer going to have to deal with Ketcherside. Throws it over left wing for Bridges. Bridges starts directing traffic and backs it up towards center court. Central down by a point. Gets a screen from Harlow. Off that screen, steps to the right wing. Defense rotates. Handoff Strange. Strange for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Coleman took it away from Colby Eckhoff. Throws it out to Chandler Franklin. Here come the Trojans with 32 seconds left. Jordan Ketcherside has it in the front court, setting up the Trojan offense. 27 seconds left. Handoff Eckhoff. Up top, Cooley. Lob down low, just off the block. Coleman, triple team, muscles it toward the basket. Missed, but fouled. Coleman back to the free throw line where he's 0 for 2 tonight. Or is it not? No, it is. It is. It is Coleman going to the free throw line.
It's so hard to stay in front of it. 6'5", you want to make sure you stay behind him because you could get the lob over the top, but if you get behind him and he gets it in front of you, he's so quick he can get around. He's such a great blend of size and athleticism.
He's kicking himself right now. He's over his first 3 from the free throw line. Missed that one off back rim. He's trying to get his head in it right now. Gathers himself, lines it back up, throws it up with the right hand, and missed 4 straight free throws. That'll hurt. So Central can hold for the final shot, and I'm sure they will. Jake Bridges will get fouled right at center court, Jordan Ketcherside, and that's the downfall on him. He likes to stay right with you. He's going to be in your pocket the whole time, but a lot of times he picks up quick fouls by doing that. He picks up 1 and makes it 5 team fouls against Potosi. 12 seconds left as Central gets the inbound into the backcourt with Jake Bridges. Bridges will get a screen top of the key from Scotty Richardson over the right wing. Strange, 3 seconds, a deep 3. Bridges at the buzzer. Count that one. Central Rebels up by 2 as we go to the second. 12-10, home team. We're back in a minute on J98.
West Transportation Service in Bismarck is your local charter bus service. They can take you to your destination wherever you're going. At West Transportation Service, they care about their cargo. So rest assured that when you ride with them, you'll be provided with the best traveling experience ever. West Transportation Service, the best charter bus service around. That's West Transportation Service in Bismarck, a proud supporter of all community events. For service, call 23-32.
Andy's Garage in Park Hills offers everything you need from tire changes to engine rebuilds. With over 30 years experience, Andy is ASE certified and his prices are fair. What more could he ask for? Andy guarantees his work. He wants you to be 100% satisfied. And if diesel work is what you need, Andy is one of the few diesel mechanics in the area. So if you're looking for a tune-up or more performance, stop by Andy's Garage located on Maple Street off of Highway 8 right behind the Patriot Vault in Park Hills. Or call 573-431-2626.
Central grabbed the lead at the end of the first quarter with a three from Jake Bridges. He's coming off a 7-point performance against Farmington, and that's a pretty good start to this game right there. It's 12-10 Central. Potosi starts with the basketball, but they turn it over right out of the gate. They're fifth. Central's on the run. Hunter Strange up the floor and lays it in. Looking good out on the break. Hunter Strange with his first 2 points. 14-10. Rebels have their largest lead of the game. It's Trojans front court action. Nice feed down low from catcher side, but Coleman stripped on his way up. Another turnover from Potosi. Central on the move again and feeling good. Connor Proffer top of the key. Throws right wing, Braden Mannion. Takes it right, throws it left. Deep three, Proffer off back rim, no good. Rebound, Scotty Richardson going up strong for it. As he kicks out, Chandler Franklin, I believe, got a hand on it. It's out of bounds off Potosi. Brett Hale can't believe it. He thinks that should be his basketball right now. Inbound into Connor Proffer. Proffer throws to the half court. And it's to Braden Mannion again. Central by 4 at 14-10. Right wing, Hunter Strange. Strange puts the ball on the deck. We get a foul. A little grab on the wrist out on the perimeter on Potosi. Jordan Ketcherside gets called for his second, and he'll quickly come out of the game. Luke Jacobson back in. So 2 of your guards, 2 of your ones right there. Both with 2 fouls. Luke Jacobson, the starter, comes back in. Brandon Hubbard hands the basketball to Hunter Strange. It comes into the right elbow to Proffer. Over to the left wing, Mannion. Jab step. Can't clear his defender, so he throws it back to the half court. It's to Connor Proffer. Central leading 14-10. 7 minutes, 6 seconds left to go, second quarter. Central Christmas Tournament Championship. Down low, Richardson had position, but got blocked as he went up for the shot. Underneath, I think Cooley got the hand on it. Potosi has it the other way. Colby Eckhoff loses it off of his hip, but last touched by Central. It's going to officially go down as a turnover by Scotty Richardson on that last trip down. Their 5th turnover. Potosi basketball here, down by 4. Dylan Coleman set up in the far side corner. They won't throw it into him, though. They'll throw it up top to Cooley. They pass inside to Coleman. Colin Best gets his hand on it. Potosi turns it over for the 7th time. Up the floor, Brandon Wagner from the free throw line. Wide open jumper. That's too easy. 5 points for Brandon Wagner tonight. 16-10. Central Rebels feeling good early on against the top-seeded Potosi Trojans. Timeout, Brett Hale. 6:46 left in the second. We're back in a minute on J98.
There's no place like home, but when age or illness turns home from a place of happiness into one of loneliness, it may be time to consider a healthcare facility. Whether your need is short-term rehabilitation or long-term care, St. Genevieve Care Center offers high-quality medical care complemented by a dedicated staff who offer warmth, wisdom, and the experience of caring, which makes their facility the next best thing to being home. Dignity, respect, care. St. Genevieve Care Center, 1010 St. Gen Drive in St. Genevieve. Medicaid, Medicare, private pay, private insurance, and hospice accepted.
North Main Tire and Oil in Fredericktown is your place in town for quick oil changes, tires, tire repair, and mechanical work on domestic and most foreign makes of cars and trucks. They stock most Phillips and Conoco brand oils. Need new tires or repair on your farm equipment? They do that too. North Main Tire and Oil, located behind Country Mart on the corner of North Main and Collier in Fredericktown. Open Monday through Friday from 8 until 5. Conveniently open on Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 2.
.646 left to go, second quarter. Central by 6 points at 16-10. Potosi back in control of it. It's Chandler Franklin lobbing into the front court. Colby Eckhoff tries to get it down low to Cooley. Cooley, nice pass out to Coleman, who brings down the house with an earth-shattering dunk. It's 16-12 with 6.5 to go in the second. Great ball movement set up that dunk from Dylan Coleman. He's got 8. Down low on the other side, Hunter Strange misses the reverse, and it's back to Potosi. Down by 4 now. Chandler Franklin throws left wing. Colby Eckhoff fires the 3, overshot it. Rebound over the shoulder to Brandon Wagner. Wagner up the far side of the floor and into the offensive end. Now he's getting backed up by Chandler Franklin. Brandon Wagner came on strong at the end of last year. Now he is a major contributor for Central this year, but makes a bad pass into the post. Dylan Coleman intercepted. It was intended for Colin Best. 6 Central turnovers. Dylan Coleman straight away 3-ball here. Left that one short. Rebound Brandon Wagner. Wagner trying to redeem himself this trip down. His team up by 4. Back to the basket. Throws it over to the left wing. Backing up with it, Connor Proper. Chandler Franklin and Luke Jacobson coming out on the perimeter here. Proper picks up his dribble, throws it over to the right wing for Brandon Wagner. Wagner scanning this defense, looking for a crease, steps to the right baseline, then kicks out on the perimeter, Colin Best. Then Best hands it off and gets back down to the low post. Nice dish inside to Hunter Strange, right side of the lane, lays it up and in. Hunter Strange, a 4-point game so far, second quarter. All of his points coming this quarter, 18-12. 6-point advantage for the Central Rebels. Chandler Franklin from the right wing throws it up top. This will come to Austin Cooley. He passes inside, gets it deflected, almost got it back, but Colin Best comes up with it. He'll dribble right around Dylan Coleman in the low post. Another turnover by Potosi is their 8th. Good job by Colin Best not being afraid to put the ball on the floor and dribble out of traffic. Now left wing, here comes a baseline drive, and then a pass back out right wing. Wagner pumps on a 3. He'll drive it in and goes up and under, tries to wrap around a pass behind him. It's tipped out of bounds by Potosi. A lot of action.
Potosi's got to create better angles to enter that ball. They can't just enter it straight away because the defense is too good. They got to swing it to the corner, get it back up to the top, and get that defense moving. That'll give Coleman a chance to find an angle to seal somebody in there.
Much like they did on the Coleman dunk. They need a little bit more of that. On this inbound, they throw it high for Jake Bridges. He gets contacted by catcher side. No foul called. He came down awkwardly, but able to pass it off. Far side corner, Wagner. He'll shoot from just inside the arc and miss to the right. Best with the rebound. There is a foul on that, though, but it's going to go against Potosi. Dylan Coleman, even. I didn't see it, but Coleman apparently shoving Colin Best right there, and that's his second. That's 7 fouls against the Trojans as well. It's going to put Colin at the free throw line in the single bonus. 4 points from Colin Best tonight.
Well, Dylan Coleman, 8 of his team's 12, if I'm not mistaken, Glenn. And Brett Hale probably doesn't have the luxury to take him out.
Missed free throw by Best, off backboard and off rim, no good. Rebound to Potosi. Catcher side lobs a dangerous pass in the front court. Jacobson gets it, but now he's trapped in a double team. Gets rid of it to Coleman. 3-on-1. Coleman with a nice pass to Jordan Huerta. Huerta blows the layup, but Coleman gets the offensive board and the putback. Potosi didn't want to miss that opportunity. 7 rebounds for Dylan Coleman in this game. That was a big offensive one right there.
Well, he was either going to have the rebound or the assist. He probably would have rather had the assist because the easy shot was blown, but he was right there for the stick back.
Ball knocked out of bounds, then a timeout on the court. 18-14 Central leads in the second quarter with 4:04 to play. Let's break for 30 seconds. Central Christmas Tournament Basketball Championship game on J98.
For a decade now, the Midway Bar and Grill has been a combination of good food, good people, and good entertainment, with a restaurant and bar for families and people of all ages to enjoy, 7 days a week. The combination of good food, good people, and good entertainment means good times. The Midway offers nightly menu specials and features a full, made-fresh daily, prepared-to-order menu. Get your friends together and have some fun at the Midway Bar and Grill, midway between Farmington and St. Genevieve, Highway 32 in Weingarten.
10 points and 7 rebounds for Dylan Coleman so far. 14 total points for Potosi. They trail by 4 points to Central, 18-14. It is Central basketball under 4 minutes to play before halftime. And a pass to the far side corner comes to Connor Proper. Austin Cooley coming out to guard there. Proper's drive in the baseline. Swings out near side. Open look from 3. Brandon Wagner missed. Rebound tip to Dylan Coleman. There is a foul, though. And it's on Potosi again. Or no, it's on Central. Ref pointed the other way.
Glenn, it's a little bit of a strange feel because it feels like Central's playing much better than Potosi, but if Potosi puts 2 good possessions together, we've got a tie game.
Potosi down by 4 here. And, you know, against Farmington yesterday, it seemed like that. It seemed like Central was really controlling it, but Farmington really, they lost by 10, but never trailed by any more than that the entire way. Potosi walks with it on the other side, and they've got to quit doing that. They got to quit turning the ball over. That's 9 turnovers for the Trojans. Central has Brandon Wagner, Jake Bridges, Connor Proper, Braden Mannion, and Colin Bess on the court right now. Potosi will make a substitution. Huerta was in there briefly, missed a layup, and then comes out. So Colby Eckhoff, who was sitting on the bench, is back in, along with Coleman, Franklin, Jacobson, and Cooley. On this inbound, Jacobson tips it away. Almost had the steal and break, but it's back to Central, out of bounds.
Hounding defense there.
Jacobson's been playing some good defense throughout this tournament. He's been pretty darn good. I'd say Coleman and then Eckhoff has been the top two, but Jacobson right there is number 3 with Austin Cooley. I'd give the edge to Jacobson, though. Hit some big threes as well in the first 3 games. Far side corner, it's Central with it. Jake Bridges, 18-14, trying to increase that advantage right now. Bridges drives, attacks the double team, swings out right side. This will be Proffer. Proffer steps inside the key, then back out right wing. Bridges for 3, off the lip of the rim, no good. Best punches the rebound out for Proffer. Proffer missed the jumper. Another offensive rebound comes to Braden Mannion, though. He picked up his dribble, throws it left wing. Wagner fakes left, dribbles it right, and he traveled with it. Back to Potosi. Well, Central winning the battle in the glass, and, you know, Coach Hale said it a couple of nights ago, you know, we're not a great rebounding team outside of Dylan Coleman, and we're seeing that here tonight.
I heard his comment. He said he has to get 17, 18 rebounds a game, and that's a lot to ask of anybody.
Dylan Coleman going up for a shot here and got it ripped out of his hands by Colin Best and then saved from going out of bounds by Central. That's a Potosi turnover. Central basketball. Dylan Coleman kind of gave up on that, thinking, well, he was going to get a foul, but it never happened. Now a 3-ball from the near side corner. Braden Mannion knocks it down. Rebels stretch it out to a 7-point game.
Glenn, I've noticed 3 possessions that Potosi's been looking for a call and stopped playing. You can't do that.
Not against this team, really not against any team, but especially a team like Central. Up top, Dylan Coleman's going to attack middle of the lane, then takes it left and lays it up. It's still on the rim. It's no good. Got an offensive rebound and then puts it right back in. Sometimes I think he misses just so he can pad his rebound stats.
Well, we mentioned it the other night. That's a big brother rebound again. Sometimes it looks like he's playing against his little brothers.
He's like, oh, let me try that again, and then puts it in. 21-16, 5-point game, but Central really outplaying the Trojans team-wise in this contest. Top of the key, Bridges tries to drive it and float it. Lost the ball out of bounds. He's arguing it was tipped, but doesn't win the appeal. Turnover. Back to Potosi. So a 5-point game, but like Chad said, it feels like it should be more than a 5-point margin. Colby Eckhoff inbounding, Central pressuring. Into the near side corner, Chandler Franklin fights through a trap, dribbles it into the front court. Trojans can set up. Luke Jacobson takes it off the wing. Inside they go. Mid-post, they'll go to Dylan Coleman. Turnaround jumper doesn't fall from Dylan. Rebound Central. Approaching halftime, they'll throw it up ahead to the streaking Drew Harlow, who missed the open look. He got past the defense. Colby Eckhoff hits the deck here. What happened there with Colby?
It looked like Coleman was out of bounds when he received the pass, but they said no, he just stepped in.
And Colby Eckhoff drives on the other side, missed the layup. Rebound to Central. And then they're up the floor. Ball poked out of bounds by Potosi. Tell you what, a whole lot going on. Timeout going to be called. Let's talk about that last play. So are you talking about when Coleman got the ball in his hands, you thought he was out?
Well, here's first of all, Central's running wave after wave at Potosi. They know they've got the numbers advantage. They usually do. Best out, Harlow in. Harlow beats Coleman down the floor by 40 feet. Should have made the layup, but didn't. But by the time Coleman got there, he kind of glided by for the rebound, missed it. Then when his teammate grabbed it, he had taken one step from out of bounds, inbounds, and I'm not sure if he had established himself inbounds by the time he received the pass. It's kind of neither here nor there, but to me the larger issue is the fact that Central's been able to just run depth at Potosi, and they knew they would have the numbers advantage coming in, but I mean, if Dylan Coleman doesn't get in foul trouble, he's probably playing 32 minutes tonight. That's tough to do.
And Potosi, you know, they knew full well they were going to get this coming out, and this was nothing new to them. It's just now with Colin Best being in there, you get somebody who can match up a little bit better, and it allows you to put even more pressure on these Potosi guards because you feel confident if they get through that, you still got Colin Best down there as your fail-safe.
Plus, you're playing so many nights in a row, you know, and depth usually will be an advantage for Central, but when you're playing 3 nights in a row, that could be magnified.
And Potosi's been winning in this tournament, but they haven't been playing their best basketball in this tournament, and Central's starting to get close to maybe playing their best. Here is Jake Bridges up top. He'll throw it over to the left wing, Connor Proffer. Far side corner, Brandon Wagner. Head and shoulder fake, takes it inside the arc, lifts it over to the right side. Bridges is able to pull up for 3 with an assist from the referee. He nails it. Jake Bridges has 6 points.
That ref run an extra screen for him there?
24-16. He caught it off the ref's back.
Okay.
Dylan Coleman has it over top of the key now for Potosi. They need to get some points here before the break and get some confidence back. Austin Cooley, right wing, far side corner, Chandler Franklin, inside Coleman, back out near side. Jacobson pumps on a 3. And we get a whistle out there, a foul out in the perimeter. shot hadn't left his hands, but he will go to the free throw line in the single bonus. And it's going to be Luke Jacobson at the free throw line for the Potosi Trojans here.
Should have just thrown that at the basket.
Yeah. Would have gotten 3 shots off of it. Jacobson does, though, hit the first one. He is the third Trojan to get on the scoreboard here tonight, just the third. Jacobson, 67% free throw shooter on the season, 24-17. Trojans trying to hang tight in the first half. It's a first half that's been owned by Central, though. Free throw good by Jacobson. 8-point per game score coming off a 13-point contest against Arcadia Valley. It's a 6-point lead for Central. Here are the Rebels in the front court with Jake Bridges. Bridges throws it up a right wing, Braden Mannion. Mannion throws it inside the free throw line, Hunter Strange. Hunter Strange attacks, then swings back out left wing. We get a 3-second call against Central.
Yeah,
it's going back the other way. Potosi ball. 9 Central turnovers. That's big. Potosi could get to within 4, maybe even 3 points. Heading toward halftime with a good possession here. Luke Jacobson across the center stripe, lobs it down low for Coleman, but overthrew it. Jake Bridges went up for it, but couldn't keep it in bounds. Bridges got up there to take that ball away before it even came down into Coleman's hands.
Too many active bodies for Central. Nice backside help defense.
Colby Eckhoff will be the right baseline throw-in man. And he'll loft it up to Dylan Coleman, and Coleman caught it on his way down over Drew Harlow. 23 seconds left. Left wing, it's Colby Eckhoff. Colby being pressured tightly. They get it into Dylan Coleman. Fakes a right on a jab step. Went left and lost it off of his knee. Out of bounds. Turnover number 11 by the Trojans. 16.1 remaining. Central only lost by 2 to Potosi earlier this year without Braden Mannion and without Colin Bess. And that pretty well earned Potosi the 1 seed after that. 7 seconds left for Central in the half, and a foul out at the elbow. Jake Bridges will get a trip to the free throw line in the single bonus with 5.3 on the clock. Jacobson picks up his third. You got Jacobson and his replacement both battling fouls. Jacobson has 3 and Tetraside has 2.
Something I really liked about the Central defense last time now, it was not only the help side defense, but help the helper. You know, once you rotate over to help, now you've left a space vacant, and who's going to fill that? I thought they did a nice job with the team defensive rotation there.
Bridges' first free throw is good. 7 points from Jake Bridges tonight. Couple of threes to go along with that free throw, and another free throw is on its way and good. 8 points tonight from Jake, 26-18. Potosi looking for a quick bucket. 2 seconds. Coleman half-court shot missed just to the left. It was close. And a 26-18 halftime score. Central on their home court, and they're showing up tonight. Well, the first half, Central Rebels took control 26-18, but still all kinds of time for the Potosi Trojans here, and really not as wide of a gap between these two teams as you would have thought if you just watched the court and not the scoreboard.
It felt like a wider disparity, and I think that was because you saw, I think, Central take the action to Potosi probably more than Potosi was able to take the action to Central, but Potosi hung in, but I think that we need to see them take the action to Central a little bit more in the second half.
If Dylan Coleman hits his free throws, you're looking at just a 2-possession game here,
Yeah.
26-24 or something.
He missed his first 4?
He's over 4.
Oh, wow.
So, and 12 points in the game. And as a team, Potosi is 4 for 8 from the free throw line, with Coleman the only one missing.
So, hey, everybody else did okay.
Central Rebels start with the basketball working right to left in the third quarter. Jake Bridges skip pass over to the left wing. And this will come to Connor Proper up top. Brandon Wagner, 15 seconds into the third quarter. Rebels looking for a double-digit lead. Wagner has the double team out on him. Now far side corner. Bridges drives it in. Wraps it underneath. This will go to Colin Best, but Best can't lead it in over Dylan Coleman. Long rebound out to Potosi. They're on the break. They got the numbers up ahead to Coleman. Look out. He's going to slam it home. His second big dunk of the night. 26-20. Central transitions the other way, and they can't lay it in. Jake Bridges trying to get Potosi celebrating on that, and they couldn't do it. It's Potosi in the front court down by 6. Colin Best comes out with a steal on the perimeter. That's the second time we've seen him do that. Then Potosi reaches for a quick foul. Colby Eckhoff picks up his first. Potosi turns it over for the 12th time. But Dylan Coleman, man, when he gets out on that break, you know he's going to throw it down. It's just, how's he going to do it? Is he going to windmill it, tomahawk it, two-handed flush? He's got an array of weapons. Here's a deep 3, late hand in the face, Brandon Wagner. And Wagner got pushed at the end of that, and that's going to be a foul. Wagner He's going to get 3 shots off of it.
No, I think it was Bess on the rebound.
Oh, okay.
I
okay.
think it was Bess shoving the rebounder.
So it's actually on Central, excuse me. So Potosi gets the break there. Brandon Wagner was contacted a little bit, but I was going to say if they were going to call that a foul, but I didn't see the play you were talking about. So Dylan Coleman walks it into the front court. Bess, by the way, picked up his second foul right there. Here's Dylan Coleman driving, clutches, and then missed the floater and the rebound to Colin Bess. Bess throws it out ahead to Connor Proper. Proper over to the left wing. This will come to Jake Bridges. Bridges can't find anybody on the inside, so they'll go back around the perimeter. 6-point game, 26-20. Right side attack, Brandon Wagner stops in traffic, kicks out Bridges for 3. Missed another one. Rebound, Dylan Coleman taking it away from Colin Bess. That's number 10, and there's your double-double for Potosi's Dylan Coleman. Doesn't take him long to get there, does it? Far side corner, baseline 3. Eckhoff got it to go. Here come the Potosi Trojans. Kobe Eckhoff has his first triple of the game and 7 points total for the contest, 26-23. And it's been a 5-0 run for Potosi out of the gate in the second half. Left wing, Proper's going to attack. Tiptoe the baseline, wrap it around to Bridges. Bridges, head fake on the 3, carried the basketball. Turnover by Central is their 10th. Now Potosi bringing the fight.
You know, Coleman has 0 block shots tonight, Glenn, but you saw when the dribbler entered the lane, looked up, saw Coleman, turned back. That forced the turnover, just him being there.
No opportunity for block shots because of that. Well, Potosi losing the handle on the near side of the floor, saving it from going out of bounds, but they throw it back into Central. So Colin Bess able to take it away again. And Colin Bess has been in the middle of a few of those plays like that. It'll be Jake Bridges driving baseline, kicking it out. Proper up top. 5:33 remains third quarter. 3-point game, 26-23. Central so far being shut out in the third. Don't expect that to last too long. Bridges drives through the double team, stops underneath the basket, and again it was Coleman deciding he wasn't going to allow a shot under there, and I was screened. What happened on the whistle?
3 in the lane, same thing as Bridges got in there, 2 pump fakes, and he said there's no way I'm getting it over Coleman. He kicked the ball out, but he was not able to get out of the lane in time.
There's no room to breathe in this building. People are walking all over the place. Dylan Coleman down low, spins, puts it up, missed the shot, but got fouled. Dylan Coleman seems like he's a little bit more determined here in the third quarter.
Yeah, determined, took it right at best, but I think more than anything, what I liked about that, he was so under control. He spun a 360, but he said, I'm coming in. I don't think the best can stay with me, but very under control on that.
Coleman trying to hit his first free throw, and he does there. He's now 1 for 5 in the game. Bad news for Central. Bess is going to have to come out. Central will put in Drew Harlow in his place, and Harlow just as strong as Colin Bess, but doesn't have that length that Colin Bess has. Here's the free throw from Coleman. Good.
Bad news that Bess is out, but still a luxury for Mike Harlow. He does have the depth at least available, even though it is probably a drop-off.
5 minutes, 10 seconds in the third quarter, and Potosi's made it a 1-point game. Sneaking in the back door, it's Mannion over to Harlow, and then the block shot underneath, and that's Dylan Coleman coming up with the swat. It was a matter of time. Chandler Franklin now into the front court. Chandler throws it inside to the free throw line. Cooley back out to Dylan Coleman and over to the far side. Kobe Eckhoff. Potosi a chance to grab the lead after trailing by 8. Coleman to the rack. Can't lay it up, but he's fouled. He goes to the free throw line. And since he's more determined and he's attacking like that, Central's getting the fouls just piling up one after another.
Yeah, the officials have really called that the entire way. I mean, I don't think they called every little thing, but they're not letting contact get away. That was a difficult attempt by Coleman, fading outside of the lane on the left side, and still Harlow fouled him. 3
straight free throws, good. That makes it an 8-0 run to tie this game up at 26 apiece.
There we go, brand new stuff.
They can get on you in a hurry. Dylan Coleman can get on you in a hurry, but the next free throw misses, and the rebound to Central. Park Hills on the move. Front court, Brandon Wagner, baseline attack, floats it, and missed. It just rimmed out. The rim unkind to Brandon Wagner. Shot that one over Dylan Coleman, who didn't want to go up for the block shot that time. Austin Cooley, top of the key. Underneath, Coleman spins, kicks out. Jacobson for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Central fought each other for the rebound, couldn't put it in. Then Eckhoff goes up and is able to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Central had a golden chance for a rebound and ran into each other.
You can't fault the effort there, Glenn, and Central's effort continues to be there, but just the fact that I think we talked about it, Potosi starting to take the game to them. Fortune always favors the bold, it seems.
8-0 run for Potosi with 4:25 left to go in the third quarter. We'll keep it here during this timeout. It'll be Eckhoff going to the free throw line for the Potosi Trojans, and they've come out and they've been a different team. And Brett Hale, he's one of the better coaches around. And this tournament is loaded full of great coaches, but usually you see the best ones in the championship game for a reason. And he's won a championship a few years ago with the Farmington Knights.
It wasn't too many years ago that he went for 30-plus in Division I basketball on multiple occasions. I've never been to one of his practices, but I wonder if he ever just goes out there and says, this is how it's done, fellas. And because to me, that might earn him a certain level of respect that maybe some other coaches might not get.
I asked him about being worn down after the Arcadia Valley game, and he said, these kids don't get worn out like us old men. And I thought, you don't get worn down. I might get worn down. You're not getting worn down.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been running at the Civic Center, and every now and again I feel a breeze coming by. That's Brett Hale. It makes me sad when he's running right with me.
Eckhoff's first free throw good. The next one good. And that makes it a straight-up 10-0 run for the Potosi Trojans. 28-26. Potosi's on top. Central Rebels got to fight their way through this lull in the ball game. 4:15 left in the third quarter, and you got Colin Best and Drew Harlow with 3 fouls apiece right now. Top of the key and a swing to the corner, then a kick out far side corner. Wagner for 3 in the lead. Got it. There's the Rebels in the third quarter. Leave it to Brandon Wagner to stick it home.
With a guy right in his face, money ball.
29-28, top of the key. A lob to the low post from Cooley to Coleman. Coleman had to save it, but threw it back into Central. Drew Harlow did a good job catching it. It's Central up by a point again at 29-28. And they want to add to it. Far side corner, Brandon Wagner. Wagner stepped 1 foot inside the arc, then back outside. Wrapped it around into the corner. Back out to Wagner. Pull-up jumper off the elbow. Got it to go. Wagner starting to get that shot back now. It's looking much more smooth.
Well, when he hit that triple in the corner with somebody in his face, you know the next time down he's thinking, if I get open, it's going in.
10 points for Wagner. He leads his team right now, 31-28 to 5-0 run for Central after Potosi went on a 10-0 run. Austin Cooley up top, throws it over right wing. This will be Colby Eckhoff with the basketball. There's a foul away from the basketball.
You have to work so hard against Coleman before he ever gets the ball, because if you don't work hard on Coleman before he gets the ball, it's over. I mean, he's going to get position and score. That's what Central is trying to do, but the officials are wary of it.
Drew Harlow picks up his 4th, so now he's going to stay in the game, but Hunter Strange is going to come in there to give him some help. Inbound to Austin Cooley over to the right side. Eckhoff wide open for 3. Got it. He's over 50% on the year. Knotted up again at 31.
I think we got a championship game now.
I would say so. These two teams not backing down from one another. Colby Eckhoff has his second triple of the second half. A 3 ball for the answer on the other side. Strange couldn't find it. 31-31. We remain tied under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Near side corner is Potosi. Jordan Ketcherside in the game. Stops at the wing. And Brandon Wagner just picked his pocket, got it into the front court, and we have a call and a foul on Potosi. Brandon Wagner playing well here in the third. He's about been the only Rebel that's done a whole lot in the third quarter, but he's done enough.
Early this season, I asked you, who is Brandon Wagner? And he was a JV guy for a large portion last year. They brought him up a little bit like they brought Bridges up when he was a freshman, and wow, a lot of good young talent.
Now, this is Brandon Wagner, man. He has been awesome. Up top now, here comes a straightaway drive from Jake Bridges. There's a block. Dylan Coleman comes over and gets his second block of the game. Out of bounds, but stays to Central. Jake Bridges, Colin Best back in the game. Best sets up in the low post, but they'll lob it out to Connor Proffer. He's got it off the left wing. 2-3 zone is applied by the Potosi Trojans. Over to the right wing, they'll go to Jake Bridges. Jab step, steps inside the arc, swings near side corner. Wagner unloads another 3, in and out, no good. Dylan Coleman rebound.
Looked like it was going down.
It did. Chandler Franklin pushes a pass up ahead to Austin Cooley. Dangerous. Cooley came up with it, though. Down low, tries a turnaround spin move underneath the basket, and it gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
He's at the free throw line now. 2:12 left in the third, and Potosi will be shooting the rest of the way. That was the 6th team foul whistled against Central. Just 2 against Potosi.
If you're going to make a dangerous pass, I guess make it to Austin Cooley, because he's used to coming down with passes like that. I don't know how many times I saw him do it on the football field. This free throw is good from Austin Cooley. It's the first time he scored in this game. Didn't score a field goal in the win against Arcadia Valley, but hit 5 big free throws down the stretch, 5 in a row. And he's not a great free throw shooter, 60% on the year, but he's been fine-tuning his game, playing for the first time since middle school this year for Potosi. He's only going to get better as the season goes along. 2 good free throws there. 33-31. So that's 7 straight free throws he's made now. And that 60% mark is climbing. Hunter Strange, left wing, attacks from the left side. Dylan Coleman comes over and fouls him. Well, that time Dylan said, I'm going to go and attack this and try to get me a block, and got his hand in the cookie jar. That time his 3rd personal.
If Strange wilts away from contact there, Coleman blocks that cleanly. It was the fact that he went right into the chest of the shot blocker and got him with the body. Nice play by Hunter Strange.
It'll be Hunter at the line, 4 points. All of those coming in the second quarter, but the free throw rims out, no good. As a team, Central 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Just 5 points in the third still for Central. All those belong to Brandon Wagner. Strange missed the next one as well. There's another rebound for Dylan Coleman. And under 2 minutes to play, Chandler Franklin throws it up ahead to Colby Eckhoff, and he walked the tightrope and fell off that tightrope, stepped on the baseline, driving it in, turnover Potosi. Trojans are playing quick because Central kind of making them play quick, and they turned it over 16 times. Front court action, Jake Bridges with it. His team down by 2 at 33-31. Potosi averaging 77 points per game. They're not going to get there tonight, I don't think. Hunter Strange drives left side. Nice little clutch and puts it off glass and in. Strange had 6 points, tied at 33 again. 92 seconds left third quarter. Chandler Franklin over at the left wing, guarded by Jake Bridges. Jake giving him no room. He's going to curl around him to the near side corner, pass to Luke Jacobson. Jacobson lost it briefly, got it back, up ahead to Cooley, head of the circle. Left side, Eckhoff. And then to Chandler Franklin, up top, Coleman. Coleman contested 3, no good. Best got the hand in his face. Rebound, Central Rebels. Jake Bridges runs the point. 1:07 to go in the third quarter. Bridges steps it 1 foot inside the arc. Swings left wing. Wagner for 3. Yes, Brandon Wagner. He's got 3 of those in this game and 2 of them in the third quarter. And it's 36-33 Rebels.
He does not have a conscience.
And on the other side, Austin Cooley missed it from underneath right there. And then the rebound went to Central, but they lost it. And then Potosi travels with it. And it's back to the Central Rebels. 17 Potosi turnovers, 13 Central turnovers. The Rebels lead by 3 with 44.6 left to go. Wagner 8 third quarter points. And now with Jake Bridges coming across the timeline, or not Jake, but Connor rather, Connor Proper. Proper's gonna charge, pushed off. Jacobson probably did a pretty good flop job on that.
He went
pretty
fancy, yeah. I give him credit. He sold it, didn't he?
He launched himself. I'm surprised he didn't end up in a 5th row on that. But the offensive foul on Proper is his second. And now a 3-ball on the other side. Colby Eckhoff can't answer. Rebound, Scotty Richardson. Good job falling out of bounds to throw that one back in. Surprised Scotty hasn't been in there more with the foul trouble to Colin Best and Drew Harlow. We get a whistle on the other side. That'll go against the Trojans. It'll be their 4th. Colby Eckhoff picks up his 3rd. So you got your 2 best players for Potosi with 3 fouls. Dylan Coleman and Colby Eckhoff each with 3. Hunter Strange to throw it in. Scotty Richardson, Colin Best, Connor Proper, and Brandon Wagner are the 5 Rebels right now. Overhead pass back toward the right wing. 17 seconds left to play in the third. Central nursing a 3-point lead. Potosi went on a 10-0 run to start the quarter. Then the Rebels woke up. Connor Proper gets a screen from Scotty Richardson. 7 seconds, down to 5, down to 4, backdoor, Brandon Wagner, step back, Jay, missed it. 2 seconds left for Austin Cooley. They won't get a shot off in time, or will they? Dylan Coleman put it up full court. It went off backboard and no good. 36-33 as we go to the 4th. Central Rebels out in front of a low-scoring contest. We're back in a minute on J98.
Vicki Crocker with Vicki Crocker Realty is proud to serve St. Francis and surrounding counties and is dedicated to serving all your real estate needs. Vicki Crocker is friendly, knowledgeable, and professional. Vicki Crocker Realty can provide you with up-to-date listings, including foreclosures, as well as information to sell your home in today's market. Call Vicki Crocker Realty, 747-8099, or stop by her office in Deloge. That's in the Green Tree Shopping Center.
Precious memories left behind bring us joy and peace of mind when we celebrate the lives of those we love.
Pre-planning a funeral is very personal. Whether it's special music or a favorite poem, each person has their own wishes. At Cozine Memorial Chapel, we're here to help you express those wishes.
Celebrate the lives of those you love.
Cozine Memorial Chapel, Farmington.
Potosi was able to win a nip and tuck battle last time they played between these two teams, and this one seems like it might be one of those in the fourth quarter. Trojans had to overcome a 8-point deficit to take a lead, only to see Central grab a 3-point lead. And now Potosi starts the fourth quarter with the basketball. Kobe Eckhoff over to the far side corner, then to the free throw line. Lob to Dylan Coleman down low. Good pass and a good finish by Dylan Coleman. 1-point game, 36-35. Central Rebels with Braden Mannion over at the wing. Up top, this will go to Connor Proffer. Proffer with a handoff back to Brandon Wagner. Potosi's going to need to get a hand in his face. He's been lights out in this second half. Wagner dribbles it to the left wing. Always has his eyes on that rim. Hands off Proffer. Proffer drives the baseline. Tries to float it back out across, but it's out of bounds. There's a little bit too much on the pass. Maybe looking for Richardson. Richardson couldn't save it. Turnover Central. That is their 5th turnover of the second half, and overall their 14th giveaway. Colin Best back into the game right now. Best and Strange down in the post for Central. And the Rebels set up in half-court defense. It's Kobe Eckhoff in the front court. Pass left elbow. Austin Cooley double team there. Back out, back to the right. Jacobson for 3. It got blocked. Central Rebels on the perimeter. Here they come now. Numbers the other way. Hunter Strange attacks Chandler Franklin and banks it high off the window and in. Hunter Strange, he's a pretty athletic dude, and he has 8 points in the game. 38-35, Rebels by 3. Jacobson near side of the floor. Throws up top Franklin into Austin Cooley at the free throw line. Pumps, then swings back out. Now to the right wing, Jacobson. Corner, Eckhoff. Eckhoff tries to bounce it underneath. Best read it and steals it away. Best has had a nice game defensively. Here come the Rebs. At the left wing, Strange. Kicks to the corner. Baseline 3. Wagner, you know it. 41-35. Wagner cannot be stopped. 6-point advantage. I think his hip's feeling okay, Chad.
I think so. 8 second-half points. Some money balls for him.
Now up top and over to the right wing. Jacobson into the near side corner. Dylan Coleman. Cross-court passes knocked away and out of bounds. It was 8 third-quarter points for Wagner and 11 total now in the second half, and 16 total for the game for Brandon Wagner, by far leading his team in scoring.
I really feel like they have the right setup. Cooley's getting it in the high post, and I think if he takes 2 dribbles, somebody's got to honor that, and he can lob to Coleman.
And you can tell that's what they're trying to do. It's just Cooley's not quite getting it yet in this contest. Over to the right wing, Kobe Eckhoff with his team down by 6 points. 6 minutes left to go. Now to the elbow, Cooley. Cooley's going to attack. This time Colin Best went up and blocked, but ripped it away and fouled as well. It'll put Cooley at the free throw line, and that's what we were talking about right there. He took it at him.
Right, and what I was saying is they have to honor him if he dribbles in there. And that time they did. They honored him. They had to go guard him, but if they come a little earlier, he can drop that off. I like the play.
Especially doing that, attacking Colin Best since he's in foul trouble. That's number 4 against Colin. Cooley hits this free throw. So you got Best and Harlow each with 4 fouls, and Harlow's going to come in for Best right now.
Yeah, and if they can get those guys out, I mean, I know it's a large chore, but we both have 4. If they can get one or both of them out, that'll free it up a little bit.
And at the least, you're probably going to soften them up where they're not going to play you so tight down there in the post. Cooley's going to hit both free throws, and he's done a great job for the free throw line as of late. 41-37 our score. Far side corner, a 3. Braden Mannion let it loose but missed. Hunter Strange, offensive rebound, goes to put it back. Coleman with the block coming over the top. Here comes Potosi now, and Chandler Franklin gets fouled as he races the other way. Coleman having a block party now, and early on he wasn't getting the blocks, but he was changing shots. Well, now he's getting the blocks.
Yeah, he's had a much bigger impact, I think, defensively in the second half. We thought we saw 3 shots that were never taken in the second half, and now 3 blocks to go with it.
Chandler Franklin at the free throw line in the single bonus. Front into the 1-and-1. Off rim, no good from Chandler Franklin. He has not scored tonight, but doesn't score a whole lot anyway. Averages 4.7 assists per game. Top of the key, it's Jake Bridges, his team up by 4. Left side, Strange drives it in, clutches, puts it in, and one. And he is fired up as he goes to the free throw line.
That's a huge, huge play, not only to give his team a little bit more cushion, but when you talk about players with 4 fouls, now it's Dylan Coleman with 4 fouls, 5.5 minutes left.
10 points from Hunter Strange tonight. He and Brandon Wagner have been the difference for the Rebels in the second half. Potosi went on their run, but those two able to answer the bell. Now Strange from the free throw line, 3-point play converted. 5 fourth-quarter points from Hunter Strange, 44-37. Here comes Jordan Ketcherside up the near side of the floor. He'll Take it inside, then bring it all the way back out to half court. He gets tied up. Jump ball. Arrow going the other way on the alternating possession. Jordan kept aside the young guard in there for Luke Jacobson. He immediately comes out after that turnover.
Potosi in this tournament, 70 points in the opener, 72, 62. They scored 93 earlier this year against West County, 37 right now.
Central Rebels defensively, they forced over 20 turnovers, or 20 exactly, against Farmington. They're a very good defensive team. They know how to stop high-powered offenses. Here's a swing to the near side corner. Wagner fakes left, then kicks it up top. It gets Mannion a decent look from three, but it missed. Rebound, still up in the air. Goes to Central, and a foul as Hunter Strange gets one raked across his arm down in the low post. That'll put Eckhoff in foul trouble with his fourth. Eckhoff and Coleman each with 4 fouls. When you're down by 7, can't really take those guys off the floor. If you do, not for very long. So you're just going to have to be very careful. Now Strange at the line. He hits another one.
I would agree. Down 8 now with the made free throw. You can't afford to. It's a championship game.
45-37, 5:02 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's been since the early 90s since Potosi has won this tournament. Central, they don't have to go back very far, just 2 years ago. Next free throw misses from Strange, stays at an 8-point contest at 45-37. The Trojans had one 10-0 run in them. Maybe they've got another one. Here's Chandler Franklin at the wing, near side corner, Jacobson. Jacobson back out to Chandler Franklin. Directs traffic as it goes back to Jacobson. Down low, Coleman. Coleman, and spinning off of a double team. Missed the layup, but then as it comes back down, I thought that went off of Central and out of bounds.
I did too.
They disagree. The officials do. I think they missed that call.
Yeah.
I think that went off Harlow's foot.
And the ref had the misfortune of blowing the call right in front of the Potosi fans too.
Here comes Central now up by 8 points, and we're approaching the 4.5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and they get a whistle against Potosi, and no more to give. Central's going to the line in the single bonus. It's Jake Bridges. 2 for 2 tonight for Jake. It was Jake in the first half who was really leading the way, 8 points, and didn't do much in the second half. Hunter Strange and Brandon Wagner took that over.
Coleman averages, 34 a game, Glenn?
36.
36 a game. His team right now.
37. Missed free throw here from Jake Bridges. So Potosi gets the board, but on the swing out from Coleman, Strange intercepts it, but then Potosi intercepts it right back. Here come the Trojans up ahead to Jacobson. He's got it at the low block, then passes to Cooley. Cooley gets blocked from behind by Strange, got it back, and then got fouled by Strange. Austin Cooley to the line.
Strange was playing tetherball. He saw that thing come. I mean, he wound up 2 times and just wham.
Yeah, that is a very accurate depiction of what just happened. That is exactly. I mean, he just reared back a couple of times, and first one was clean. Next one not so much. Strange with 2 fouls, and Cooley missed his first free throw of the night. And it's actually his first free throw in his last 10 attempts. He's now 9 for his last 10 going back to yesterday. 45-37 the score remains. Cooley tries another one and gets it. 5 points tonight from Cooley, 45-38. Trojans apply full court pressure. Chandler Franklin pressuring the ball. Jake Bridges picks up his dribble at the wing, front court. Pass to the far side corner. It's to Hunter Strange. Little entry move, then brings it back out up top. Mannion, then left wing. Bridges for 3. Yes! 48-38. 10-point advantage, Rebels. Bridges in double figures with 11 points. The Potosi Trojans fouled at about half court. Chandler Franklin, double bonus. He's going to the line to shoot 2.
Might have been the first dagger by Bridges. There's a long way to go, but that's a pretty big shot.
The final nail hasn't been all the way driven into the coffin, but the tapping has begun. Chandler Franklin's going to go to the free throw line here. He's not scored. He's 0 for 1 from the stripe, and he misses again. 0 for 2 from the free throw line today is Chandler. His free throw shooting of this year, 61%, 11 of 18 coming in. 48-38 our score, and another missed free throw from Franklin, and Potosi's going to have to hit those. Here comes Central. It's Bridges attacking a triple team. Missed the layup. Then over the back on Drew Harlow after the fact. His night is done. He will leave the game having not scored. And he'll take a seat on the bench as Potosi gets it back with 3:49 to play. So here comes Kylan Bess. He throws his towel on the bench and says, all right, here we go. Let's close this one out. It's going to be Colby Eckhoff at the free throw line on the other side of the floor. A great third quarter for Colby, part of that 10-0 run. Hasn't scored yet in the fourth. He's 4 for 4 from the stripe tonight. His team down by 10, their largest deficit. Free throw good from Eckhoff.
as Best comes back on. John Calipari refuses to call his second teamers subs now. He calls them reinforcements. It's kind of how I feel about Central.
Now it's 48-40. Both free throws good from Colby Eckhoff. Central has Jake Bridges running point. Across the timeline he comes. Jordan Ketcherside trying to hang with him. Bridges start and stop to the rack. Baseline Bridges. A couple of big shots in the fourth quarter. 50-40. Chandler Franklin now trapped in a double team near side. Dribbles through it into the front court. Throws Ketcherside. Far side corner Eckhoff. He pumps on the three. Got his man in the air and drew the foul. It's exactly what he was wanting to do. He knew he wasn't going to make the shot. But that was a great pump fake to get the guy in the air, and he goes to the line.
That was smart. That was really smart. And I think it was because of the guy, Hunter Strange. He saw Hunter wind up those first two times. He said, if I give this guy a pump fake, I can get him.
And Eckhoff hits this free throw. I mean, Strange really powers up for those, man. He's hitting the turbo button, and just that time he was a little bit too anxious. Eckhoff, first free throw good, next free throw good. Tell you what, he's looking darn good for the free throw line. He's now 4, 6, 8 of 8. 50-42. Third free throw also good. I don't want to get in a free throw shooting contest against Eckhoff, and now Ketcherside nearly steals it away, but Central able to control it with Hunter Strange. Ketcherside feisty, to say the least. A lob into the front court. Brandon Wagner pull-up jumper from 10 feet. Got it. Money from Brandon Wagner. 5 fourth quarter points, 52-43. Potosi with 3:05 remaining. They trail. Chandler Franklin to Ketcherside. Hands off at the half court. Dylan Coleman. Far side corner. Eckhoff for three. Missed off the lip of the rim. Rebound Central. Good job. Mannion tapping it to himself.
I know it was an open three, Glenn, but you have your 6'5" center averaging 17 rebounds a game standing at half court when he shot it.
Yeah, wait a little bit. Now a timeout Central as they are able to matriculate the basketball into the front court. 52-43. It's Central by 9. Time winding down. 2:47 left to go. We'll break for 1 minute on J98.
When you have a concrete job, Polite Ready Mix is the name to remember. Polite Ready Mix has been in business for 3 decades, and they're locally owned and operated, with 8 locations servicing Washington, Iron, St. Francis, and now Reynolds and Carter counties. And in addition to their already great service, Polite Ready Mix offers several trucks and a concrete conveyor. Contact the Polite Ready Mix nearest you for a no-obligation estimate today. That's Polite Ready Mix.
Been in a little trouble and need a little extra help? Norman Krumpecker, bail bond agent from Potosi, can help. Norman Krumpecker has an answering service and is available 24/7. You'll get fast service, be out, and on your way. Guaranteed. Call 573-436-9301 or 631-8161. Anytime, day or night. Call Norman Krumpecker. He can set you free. That's bail bond agent Norman Krumpecker from Potosi.
Central up by 9. They inbound to Braden Mannion. 52-43 our score. 2:43 and counting left to go. Jake Bridges has it, and he'll take it over to the far side. Inside the arc, he's going to drive it baseline again, then kick it back out up top proper over to the left wing to Brandon Wagner. Wagner dribbles back to the Rebel at center court. Ball poked away briefly by Ketcherside. Picked back up by Wagner. Ketcherside just not letting him breathe. Now he rotates on the new ball handler, Braden Mannion. Mannion gives off, gets it back over to the left wing. It's going to go to Jake Bridges. 2:17 left to go, and the Rebels nursing a 9-point advantage. Here's a push right in the middle of the lane, and it's against Potosi. And to the single bonus we go with the Rebels stepping to the strike.
I wonder if during that timeout, Mike Harlow said, maybe let's just take a little bit more time than we usually do.
So Jake Bridges at the free throw line. Well, it's been a three-headed monster tonight offensively for Central. More guys than that have showed up defensively, but offensively it's been Bridges, Hunter Strange, and Brandon Wagner. All at different times contributing big blows to this Potosi cause. Free throw misses, however, from Bridges. He's 0 for his last 2. Potosi with the board. Well, they got to make a move. It's Colby Eckhoff lobbing to the post, overthrew Dylan Coleman. If you can overthrow Dylan Coleman, Colby Eckhoff just did. Turnover. Front court, Central. Brandon Wagner gets pickpocketed. Potosi able to take it away. Oh, they'll call the jump when they both came back down with it, but the arrow does favor Potosi. With 1:55 left to go, Potosi's going to have to work some magic here, but they're still in it. Colby Eckhoff next to the scoreboard, throws it in, far side corner, Austin Cooley. He's going to try to lob it down low. Colin Best goes up and rejects it, knocking it away. Rebels attacking a triple team again. Bridges missed the layup. Maybe should have slowed down on that one. Dylan Coleman spots up for three, but then passed off. Got it back on the give and go, put it up, missed the layup. But he is fouled. He'll go to the line. Almost a give and go and one there for Dylan Coleman, but if the foul's on Best, in which it is, he's done.
Colin, he just grins and shrugs and goes over to the referee. It's almost as if to say, I did my best.
He's an
What do you want me to do?
He's an all shucks type of guy.
He is.
I love Colin Best,
I
and
do
you
too.
know what? He ends up with 4 points. He meant a lot to this cause tonight
Yeah.
for the Central Rebels. He did a great job on Dylan Coleman tonight. So Dylan's going to the line. He's going to shoot 2 with the clock stopped, and he struggled from the free throw line tonight, but he hits one here. I say that, but he is 4 for his last 5, but he missed his first 4. 52-44. So both Harlow and Best have fouled out, but they were able to give a good push. This free throw misses, but it's out of bounds and off of Central. Stays at Potosi. So the Trojans could, potentially take advantage of not having those big guys down low to work against, but they're down by 8 points and not a lot of time left. Dylan Coleman for 3 off the inbound, bricked it to the left. Central boards it with Hunter Strange.
I like the idea. It was open, and they need one.
Yeah, Braden Mannion, nice spin move, getting past Jacobson at center court. Then Eckhoff almost took it away from him. And then Jacobson comes over and fouls him, and that'll put him at the line. 4 fouls on Jacobson. They do a good job here at the TJ Fruline Fieldhouse of just about everything, but one thing they're really good about, they're quick on that scoreboard.
Super quick.
That's pretty awesome. Brian Wallen over there running things. Well, not right now, but he was earlier. Central softball coach. Free throw is good from Braden Mannion. That is his 4th point of the night. That's been an exciting tournament. You can tell I'm losing my voice. It's going. Only 1:23 left in this game. This would make it a 10-point contest. It's good. 5 points for Braden Mannion tonight, 54-44, and it's looking like Potosi's going to get that first loss. Off of this inbound, a foul call. Jacobson had lost it. Wagner going for it, and they call Wagner for the foul, his 3rd. So Potosi walks it up the floor and shoots 2 on the other side.
It was a tough luck call, but it was the right call.
And it is Jacobson, the shooter. 2 points tonight. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. No field goals from Jacobson. When Potosi is rolling, he'll hit a few threes in a ball game, but he hasn't had that, really hasn't had a good bunch of any good looks today. Not a lot of opportunities to shoot those threes. Missed the first free throw. Got the next one to go. 3 for 4 tonight. 54-45, but the Central Rebels in control. They're in the front court, and Jake Bridges gets fouled.
First time we've really seen him favor that hand, got hit on that hand as he got fouled, and we've noticed the wrap, but haven't really seen him favor it. It's hurting him now.
He's pulling on his right thumb as he steps to the free throw line. He's had a good game, though. He's 2 for 4 for the free throw line, but 13 points in the game, 3 threes.
Now, I think he's distributed well, too.
Free throw from Bridges, off the mark. That keeps him 0 for his last 3.
And that is that shooting hand, that right hand.
Couple of dribbles from Jake Bridges and puts up the next one, and he breaks the ice, puts it in. 14 points, 55-45. That matches the largest lead of the game for Central. Potosi will have Dylan Coleman to bring it up the floor. He'll stop and pop the 3. Got it. Dylan Coleman hits his first triple of the game. 7-point game at 55-48. Trojans going to try to pressure here, see if they can't make something happen. In front court, it's Jake Bridges. Bridges caught up 2 from behind, but fouled by Chandler Franklin. Bridges just slip and slid right on into the tunnel right there, didn't he, on his belly?
I think he went 15 feet.
Pretty good distance on that. I give it a 10.
Yeah.
So the Franklin foul is his 3rd. Both teams in the double bonus now, and Bridges back to the free throw line. They're going to have to wipe off the sweat that he left.
It's like a snail trail of slime. It looked like human curling for a minute.
If all those people hadn't been standing in the tunnel, he might have slid on back to the locker room.
Still be going.
Now Jake Bridges trying to add to his point total here. Rims out the first one, no good. Another fun tournament. Central looking to sweep it this year. Free throw good on the back end from Jake. 56-48. Potosi could use another three here. They inbound, get through the Central press. Dylan Coleman into the front court. He'll pop that three. Hand in his face, missed it. Austin Cooley got the rebound. He will not be able to stick it back in. Got his own rebound. Swings it back out. Here comes a three from Chandler Franklin. That's off back rim. That's going to about do it. Central gets the board here, and they will play keep away for about 40 seconds, or try to anyway. Hunter Strange will get fouled by Luke Jacobson at the 38-second mark. Central Rebels were impressive on the defensive end tonight, weren't they?
Yeah, very, very impressive. I mean, a late three there by Coleman, a few free throws, but we looked up with about 4 minutes left, and this is a Potosi team that had 37 points at that time. That's what their leading score averages for the year. I think a terrific defensive effort by Central.
This is a Potosi team that averages 77 points per game and held to 48 at this point. Free throw good from Hunter Strange. Good game from Strange, good game from Wagner, good game from Bridges. Callan Best had a really good game defensively tonight. It's hard to pinpoint a player of this game, and that's why Central is so good.
I always say that defense travels. You know, if you have a bad shooting night, you can always play good defense.
Both free throws good, back to a 10-point edge, 58-48. Dylan Coleman front court, pops from a three ball, missed it. Rebound to Central. They will throw the outlet all the way up ahead to Bridges, and he beats the defense back and puts the cherry on top, able to lay it in and make it 60-48. Rebels get their revenge tonight. It's going to be Eckhoff, a three from straight away. No good. Save from going out of bounds. Huerta tries the three from the wing and gets that one to go. His first points of the night, but too little, too late. 60-51. 9 seconds left to go. Central will dribble out the rest of this time on the clock, and for the first time since 1997, the Central Rebels and Lady Rebels have swept the Christmas tournament at the TJ Foulon Fieldhouse. Final score in the boys contest, 60-51. We're back in 2 more minutes to tell you more on J98.